Hi guys, my name is Candace. If you're new and you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an everyday makeup routine. This is also a little tutorial for you guys. I wanted to tap into my makeup girliness and come to y'all with a makeup routine or tutorial. I have switched it up a little bit from the last one I've done, but it's still going to be beginner friendly, so you can follow along if you want. And yeah, let's just do makeup together. Okay, for starters, good makeup always starts with good skincare and good skin prep. So I'm going to tell you what I put on my face before starting this. I washed it with the Acne Control Cleanser from CeraVe. I love this stuff. It really helps control all my acne. Then I did a moisturizer, just the Pond's. It's really lightweight and nice on my skin. And then Supergoop sunscreen. I know, it's expensive, but it's like the only thing that doesn't leave like a white cast on my dark skin, so I have to go with it. And then, of course, Vaseline on my lips just to prep them so they're not dry and cracking when I go to put lipstick on. Yeah, and then I just pulled my hair back because I don't want any hair getting in the way of my makeup routine. But let's get started with foundation. Okay, so I have a lot of complexion products, and I think in my last one I used the e.l.f. Halo Glow, but today I'm going to be using Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint, and I am shade G3. So yeah, I'm just going to go shake it up and start applying it to my face. Oh! Stop. Before I do that, I'm going in with the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. Just one pump. And I'm sorry, this is like all over the place, but like I promise you it's going to get a little bit more settled. I usually just put the Rare Beauty on my, like the center of my face, so like my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. Because like that's the only place where I need to like control my pores. Also, like, control my oil a little bit. I really like this primer. I have, like, I think I've rebought it 3 or 4 times. So this is a really good primer if you're looking for one. Get it at Sephora, the Rare Beauty one. But if you're looking for a cheaper one, I think... Let me put a picture right here of the one I'm thinking of. I can't think of the name right now. But I've heard that one's really good. I've never tried it before, though. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint, shade G3. And I just put that all over my face. And I blend it in with a brush. I started using a brush for my foundation rather than a sponge because I realized I get a better coverage with a brush and I get a smoother finish because the blender, what is this called? Beauty blender, the sponge just soaks up so much product that it will leave like patches where like it's blended nicely and not blended nicely. And it's just not ideal for like a smooth base. So I definitely did switch to a brush. The only thing about me and brushes is that I do not wash them consistently. Like my brushes, like look at them. Always dirty. And like for someone to be like, oh, I need to fight acne, I'm definitely not concerned about my brushes. Like that's kind of dirty of me. Okay, this is a skin tint. I know I just called it foundation, but like you can see, it didn't cover some of my darker spots right here. These are like acne scars. So for that, I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs Skin Tech Foundation. And I just start out with the Glossier one as first, just so I don't have to use as much of the Haus Labs. Then I just like take maybe like a pump or so, and then like put that over my face. And instead of using a full pump of the or like multiple pumps of the Haus Labs, I cut it down by going in with the Glossier Skin Tint first. I am in shade 490 Deep Medium Cool in the Haus Labs. The reason I got this Haus Labs is because I was looking for a foundation with skincare benefits. And I originally wanted the Kosas one because I'm a big fan of the Kosas concealer. So I was like, let me try out the foundation. I go and tell me why they don't have a shade for me at all. Like, it went from like light skin shades to like dark. There was no like medium brown dark skin shades, and that made me like really sad because I feel like at this time in life, like, we've pushed for inclusion so much and we're just still falling short in some areas, especially with complexion. And it's just really saddening to see. Also, like, when we talk about like inclusivity, I don't want to like ignore like the paler shades. So there's people that are like really pale. They also get like kind of excluded because people just go to like the tan shades when we think of like shades for white people. They'll just go straight to like the tan or like the peach shades, and they kind of forget the pale shades. So it's just really sad that we're still dealing with this, but I hope that it gets better in the future. Yeah, this is what my base looks like now. After, you can see I went in with that pump. You can see like most of my scars are pretty covered up and my skin is just so dewy and like moisturized. This honestly looks like no makeup look right now. Like, I would walk out with like this. Obviously not for very long. It would get so oily. But to highlight my face and bring like some dimension back to my skin, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And this is the matte finish. I am in shade Deep Cinnamon. That's a cute name. I like that. And I feel like the concealer trends have changed, but I still put, okay, first we used to do like the dramatic triangles, like the Instagram concealer, and then we went from like a dot or 2 dots, but I still put a lot of concealer on because I want my makeup to be like noticeable. Like, I don't want it to be like nothing's on my face. Okay, and as I was saying earlier, I love Kosas so much. And so I have both of these brow products. These are just the brow gels from Kosas. I have dark brown, and I think this is medium brown. I don't know, it lost its little tag. But I use these on my brows. And I always do brows while my concealer dries down so I can get some extra coverage. That's just like a little hack. If you let your concealer dry down for a little bit, it'll give you more coverage. I'm just gonna brush this through my brows. It gives it a little bit of color and it lets them like stay in place. Honestly, the best brow product I've tried, I'll show you guys right now. This baby. Okay, this is, oh guys, I thought it was no brand, but it's actually Wet n Wild, the Ultimate Brow Kit. Guys, the wax. Okay, so it comes with like 2 powders, and a wax or like a gel, and then a tweezer and a little brush. Guys, I used to use this religiously. I don't know why I stopped using it. I think I lost it for a little bit. But it works so well to just like keep your brows in place all day. I tried the e.l.f., I think it's e.l.f., I'll put a picture on the screen, brow gel, and tell me why it was flaking after a few hours and like looking all rough. Like, that is not cute. But I like this, the little powder, because the tails of my eyebrows are like really light, and sometimes I just need it to like be a little bit thicker, but the shape of my eyebrows are like really good, so that's good. Oh, that's probably why I stopped using it. I'm running out of the gel. But I'm telling you guys, this keeps my brows in place all day. And it doesn't have that like plastered down look that I do not like. Because sometimes, like, I think that was like a trend for a little bit, but like your brows will be plastered down to your face. I don't like, oh, it's called soap brow. I don't like how that looks. It looks weird to me. It looks unnatural. Okay, this one's a little bit dark, so I'm gonna go in with the lighter colored brow gel to just lighten it up a little again. You might not see it on camera, but it's making a difference. that's my brows all done. Oh, another trend I've noticed in the makeup community is putting your blush on before your concealer. I tried it and I did not like it because it covered up all my blush, and I'm such a blush girly. Like, I just grew up in an era where like blush is really big. You know, it used to be like highlighter, then contour, but now it's blush. And since I grew up in that time, I'm just all for blush, especially cream and liquid brushes. I have like one powder blush. So that tells you something about how I feel about powder blush or just blush in general. I just have so many blushes. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer while I talk about blush. But yeah, so I do not follow the trend of blending out my concealer after I put on blush. I actually don't like it, and I think it under accentuates the blush and what you're going for. But some people do it, and they say it gets a better blend. So I guess like it's all about trying like what works for you and just testing stuff out and seeing if you like the trends that pop up like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Oh my gosh, I love watching Instagram reels of people do makeup. It's so satisfying. Another like thing I like is like Alicia Marie will do this like clip of her doing her makeup, but it's like ASMR. So it'll be like her closing the packages and like snapping and then like putting the blush on. Like, it's so cute to me and I love it so much. That's so like kind of unrelated, but still. So I have this Fenty Beauty cream in the shade 10, which is Rose Latte. This is like a perfect like peachy brownish red color, and it's so pretty. I go in with a brush for my blush, swirl it around a few times, and then blush placement is so important, especially for beginners. I kind of have like a little bit of a square face and it comes in at the bottom, and I like to put my blush on my high cheekbone, because if you put it like down below or on the apples of your cheek, it can like change how people perceive your face. Obviously, it's not for changing the way your face is structured, because nothing can do that besides surgery. But like the way it comes off from the way you place your blush is like, it makes a serious difference. So definitely keep that in mind. If you want a lifted look, put it on the upper side of your cheekbone. If you want like a fuller look, maybe do the apples of your cheek and like a little bit lower. Those are just some tips, but yeah. Guys, I over blush. Like I was saying, I'm in an era of just where blush is a big thing, and like when I grew up doing makeup, blush has just been a big thing. So it's just like, who's not over blushing, you know? Okay, this camera is a little bit more faint. Let me see what it looks like in person. Oh, it's pretty accurate actually. That's what my skin looks like so far. Honestly, my skincare must be pulling through because that looks really good. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna powder my face, set everything in, make sure there's no creases. I use the Kosas Cloud Set. I have the shade Pillowy. Okay, the shade of your powder makes a huge difference. I used to use the shade, what is this, Comfy, and it literally accentuated my under eye, my bags, my wrinkles. Not really wrinkles, but like creases. So the shade really matters. If you're like more cool tone, maybe try a pink powder, a light pink powder. And if you're more warm tone, try like a golden powder or like a banana powder. That'll really help hide those under eye bags or creases, as I was talking about, because you don't want those to come out even more. But just go in with a little powder and set your under eye. And then I started doing this recently. I set around the top of my lip and I set my forehead. And then drag it down to your nose just to make sure that it's staying like mattified all day. And if you need to do touch-ups, you can bring like a little travel size powder around, or there's even like blotting powders, or I've even seen blotting stones, which are super cool. So yeah, you can like keep that around with you and make sure that it's staying matte like you want. Okay guys, another thing I added to my routine is going in with this matte blush, or what is this? Sorry, powder blush. This is high pigmented blush. It's from CoverGirl, and the color is So Flushed, I believe. No, that's wrong. The color is 380 Temptation. It's like this bright fuchsia pink. I haven't used it that much, but using it makes my blush last longer, because you gotta like set any liquid that you put on your face with a powder, blush included. So I put that creamish liquid blush on my face, so now I have to set it with a powder to make sure it stays. And I need to get another one of these that's closer to my blush shade. I just haven't yet. Again, I told you I haven't gone to Sephora or anywhere in a long time. And I'm saying Sephora, but like honestly guys, drugstore makeup is your best friend, especially if you're a beginner. Okay. It's giving clown. It's giving clown. We're gonna stop and cover this up with, oh, I can use my foundation brush. If you apply too much brush, go in with your foundation brush and just do like tight, light taps so you don't have too much blush on. Anyways, like I was saying, drugstore makeup is a big part of my routine, and I honestly love it. It's nothing to be like ashamed or embarrassed of, because if it works for you, then it works for you, and that's all that matters. Yeah. This eyebrow is bothering me. It looks like there's a little cut in it. Like, doesn't it look like there's a dip right there? Weird. Okay. Now we're gonna put on highlighter. For my highlighter, I like to use Tower 28. This is actually a bronzer, and it's in the shade West Coast. But I like to use it for a highlighter because it has like this nice sheen to it, and it's like perfect for my undertones. Mine broke and it's like all messy, but I still use it. I use product till the very end. I do not care. And then we're just gonna go in, like turn your head. You see where like the light hits it. You just kind of place a few dots there and blend it out. Same thing for the other side. And then I always place a little bit on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Okay, now we're gonna do my eyes. For eyes, for my eyeshadow, I only use one eyeshadow, and I use a baked highlighter from Milani. It's in this Champagne D'Oro color, and I just put this all over my lid, focusing on the center. It's just like a nice, pretty sheen. And it's like perfect for every day, but you could also use this for like high glam, and you could obviously use it as a highlighter. I can show you what it looks like as a highlighter. It's like very bright. You see? It's like that 2016 highlighter. That's what it's like. and I don't really do that. So I'm gonna dab it off a little bit. But like, yeah. Okay, and then for mascara, I have two mascaras with me. I have the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and I have the Uoma Beauty mascara. I like, okay, this is all used up and dry, but I like the wand of it. It has like the Better Than Sex wand, kind of. It's like this hourglass shape, and I really like it. So I always take a drugstore mascara, and I dip my favorite wand into the drugstore mascara, because to me, like, mascara is mascara. It's not that deep. As long as it's not too liquidy, then it's okay. And I just use my favorite brush. That's like a little tip, guys. If you want to go to the store and get a mini of the Better Than Sex mascara or your favorite mascara, and then just keep the brush after you finish using it, it gives you the same results. Because really the only thing that's different from mascara is like obviously the formula and the brush. The brush makes the biggest impact on how it treats your lashes. So like keep the brush and then just buy random mascaras and it'll work for you. So that's like a little money saving hack. I always put more on the outside of my eyes because I like that little like elevated cat look. For like the outside of your eye has more mascara and more length. All right, we gotta hurry up. For my lips, I usually do the Uoma Beauty lip liner in coffee, but I actually ran out of it, and since then I've been really loving this bright red lip, and then I tone it down with like a little mauvey pink like lipstick. So my friend actually got me this. It's the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Pencil in the color Hot Red. Thank you, Elena, if you're watching this. And then I go in with the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink. And guys, this stuff lasts all day. I have the Maybelline, I think this is like the Superstay, but it's in the matte version. And I don't like it as much because it dries down my lips like to a matte, obviously. But the vinyl is so pretty. So it kind of has like that little ombre to the red to like the peachy orange. And I love that so much. I think it's the cutest, and like it matches my blush. So I think that's just so cute. After this, I would usually, or you can go in with a little setting spray. But I ran out because I hadn't gone to Sephora. I'm not giving that rant again. But this is my completed face. Is it giving, guys? Let me know in the comments if it's giving. This is my like everyday beat. And yeah. I did a poll and I asked all if you want to see more like makeup, skincare, hygiene videos. This is like my first video since doing that poll because a lot of people said yes. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!